Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to yet another Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be doing an in-depth guide for the Thorn exotic quest. Now the very first thing you want to do to kickstart this is actually go over to the EDZ, and as soon as you spawn in, just simply go straight past the church and you're going to go over to the salt mines area. Go ahead and take the transporter that I took and follow in my footsteps. This is going to take you to this one area up here on the cliff side, and there's going to be a lot of junk just piled on the ground. It almost looks like a campfire or something. And on the left hand side, you're going to notice that there's something that says you can pick it up. Now I did a little bit of searching here. At first I thought maybe the quest was broken, but after a while I did find it, and it was over here on this left hand side. Just go ahead and pick it up, and that will kickstart this rather lengthy quest. So the first thing you're going to want to do once you actually pick it up is go over to the gunsmith, and that's going to give you the very first actual step in this quest line. So to repair the Thorn, the first thing you're going to need to do is go over and collect items for Asher Mir. You're going to want to do either bounties, kill warlocks in the Crucible, or do Nightfall strikes. Now bounties will give you 5 towards 50 per each bounty that you do. I recommend doing maybe 3 of those and then hopping into Crucible to complete the rest. Each warlock kill counts for 3 in total, and so realistically you only need to kill about 13 warlocks, and you could easily do that in one match if you're lucky enough. Now also doing Nightfall strikes will give you 15, but in my opinion Crucible is a lot faster, as you'll have to do 3 Nightfall strikes in total to complete it. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is actually a second NPC's tasks, and again you're going to be collecting materials here as well. This time it's going to be for Sloan on Titan. You're going to want to go ahead and complete bounties, kill Titans in the Crucible, or of course by completing Blind Well encounters. Now of course if you do heroic Blind Well encounters, they grant you more efficient progress, but just like the other one guys, I highly recommend going into Crucible and killing Titans, as they give you 3 per kill. And again, very simply, this can be done within a game if there are enough Titans in your match. It really comes down to RNG, and again, like the other one, you're going to get 5 per bounty if you go through that route. I'm not exactly sure how much Blind Well gives you, but it's probably around the 10 to 15 per Blind Well completion. And last but not least, you're going to have to collect more consumables, this time for Anna Bray. Again, you can do her bounties. Those will give you 5 per out of 50. You can then do kills in Crucible, specifically on hunters, or you have the option of doing Escalation Protocol, which will only give you 5 per wave completed. That's 35 once you complete all 7. So again, I would highly recommend going into Crucible, and because there are so many hunters, you're bound to do this within only a couple games. Next up is Weaponize the Unknown. So for this, what you're going to have to do is defeat Guardians in the Crucible using Void Energy or hand cannons. Precision streaks using a Void hand cannon grants the most efficient progress. Note that progress is multiplied in Iron Banner or in the comp playlist as well. So essentially, if you want to do this in the fastest possible way, I would recommend putting on a Void hand cannon in the secondary slot, and then a hand cannon in the primary, a Void weapon in the heavy slot, a Void subclass, and then finally going into the competitive playlist if you have little to no comp score whatsoever. That way you'll find matches very quickly, and you'll go up against competition that isn't super sweaty. If you do have a high comp score, then I would recommend just staying in quick play. Sure, it will take you a little bit longer, but the load times in the comp playlist are probably going to be really annoying if you do have a high comp score anyways. Once you're done with the quick play and comp grind, which should have taken you probably an hour or 2 depending on which playlist you played in, you can then go over to the farm and talk to Tyra Karn. She is going to give you the next step of the quest, and this is actually the very final one as well. The farm is certainly a place I didn't expect to come for this specific quest, or in general. This is a place that is pretty abandoned, and it felt nice to come back here. But you're going to get the last quest step, which is called the Chasm of Screams. This is a Titan strike that is modified with 3 massive knights, 2 of which are at the very end, and actually now that I think about it, I think there's 2 more within the strike itself earlier on. So you don't have to do anything fancy, honestly, just complete the strike. The very ending is going to be very difficult, and the recommended power level is about 660. Now just to give you kind of like expectations, I was 645 power level and my 2 teammates were 61, I believe, but we were getting absolutely destroyed, and the strike took us about maybe an hour and a half to complete. The boss specifically was about an hour, so if you are under leveled, prepare to be absolutely destroyed by everything in the strike. But if you are proper power level of, let's say, 655 and higher, you should get this done within 30 minutes, maybe even less, depending on how quick you and your fire team are. Really no tips that I can give you guys other than try melting one of the bosses at a time as a team, you know, using supers, tethers, whispers, whatever you want to use, and don't split up too much, because if you do and the thrall kill you with blackout, then you're not going to be able to get reses, and that's going to obviously be a problem. But that is it for the video though, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this quest guide. Hopefully I covered everything that you wanted to know. If there's something that I was missing or something you didn't understand, feel free to comment down below and I'll try responding to all of them. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, a like rating would be very much appreciated. Subscribe for more daily Destiny 2 content. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all later. Peace.